video, we'll explain what 21st century literacies are, how they can impact students' social worlds, and how they can be incorporated within teaching and learning practices within HSIE. First, what are 21st century literacies? Well, the main goal of education is to allow all students to learn skills which enable them to participate in society. Traditional literacy, which involves learning how to read and write in a very formalised and rule-based manner, was believed to play an important role in achieving this goal. However, due to significant technological changes such as the internet, social media websites, smartphones, as well as globalisation, which have generated new communication and social practices, traditional literacy is no longer sufficient in achieving the goal of education. According to the New London Group, 21st century literacies, also known as multi-literacies or new literacies, may be the key to achieving the goal of education in our rapidly changing world. 21st century literacies involve multiple modes of representation such as language, either oral or written, visual, audio, tactile, spatial, behavioural, and gestural representations. Within any given text, multiple modes can occur in a cohesive and simultaneous manner, or one specific mode may dominate. 21st century literacies do not limit a user to one mode, as users are able to shift between or re-represent the same thing through multiple modes. These multiple modes of representation are dynamic as users actively engage and remake meaning in relation to context, prior learning, and the purpose of a text, just to name a few. Users can selectively engage with an infinite range of available designs to design or transform meaning in order to produce a new design which is unique to the individual. Therefore, students become active designers who are open to change and differences. But you may be asking how 21st century literacies impact a student's social world. Well, with recent technological advancements, teenagers are now more than ever engaged with the world around them. This is due to smartphones and other technologies, which allow students to engage in a variety of communication methods. For example, according to the Pew Research Center, 90% of teens exchange text messages through messaging apps such as Kik, and 47% use video call programs like Skype or FaceTime to communicate with friends and family. Also, according to the Pew Research Center, 92% of teens aged between 13 and 17 report that they are going online daily, with 24% of them saying that they are online almost constantly due to the convenience and accessibility of smartphones. Teenagers are also engaging with more than one social media platform, with Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat being the most preferred sites. Teenagers can also use online pin boards like Pinterest or online discussion boards like Reddit to engage with their world. Teenagers can also play video games either on their phone or on gaming consoles like Xbox or PlayStation, which allows them to interact with others on a global scale. Clearly, teenagers are constantly engaged with multiple contexts, cultures, meanings, images, and other representations in various forms, which are all aspects of 21st century literacies. 21st century literacies can allow students to create and share their own ideas, express themselves, and to create their own identity. They can also allow students to develop various skills such as multitasking and negotiation, and to feel a sense of belonging or social connectedness with others. However, there also are some negatives which need to be kept in mind, such as the invasion of privacy, the increase in online bullying, and targeted advertising, which raises issues about how safe our information really is. You as a teacher may now be wondering how 21st century literacies can be incorporated within teaching and learning practices within HSIE. But first, why should you include them within your classroom? 21st century literacies need to be incorporated within HSIE as it allows students to be actively engaged with subject content and to learn vital skills that enable them to participate within a rapidly changing and complex world, which is one of the main aims of the HSIE curriculum. So there are various ways which 21st century literacies can be incorporated within teaching and learning practices, such as using virtual posters or diagrams to explain concepts, incorporating videos or movies within lessons. Also by creating assessments which incorporate more than just reading and writing, such as asking students to create interactive presentations suited for a particular audience, or creating a blog or live journal. Another way could be allowing students to gather primary data on an issue or topic and then analysing it to apply content learned in class. For example, getting students to conduct a survey on human factors that influence the livability of place during the study of the topic, place and livability. Group work or collaboration on activity can also be used. Within this activity, you could then ask students to upload their work onto a classroom discussion board or even a blog, and then allow other students to provide an effective critique which would be modelled in class. You could also allow students to discuss and critique content provided in lessons in order to demonstrate their understanding of a topic. You could also create a discussion at the end of a topic to review and reflect on learning. Another way to incorporate 21st century literacies within the classroom is by asking students to independently research an issue, such as the refugee crisis, and then creating a class debate to discuss various concepts or content, which you as their teacher need to supervise and help facilitate. Another way that you can incorporate 21st century literacies within the classroom is by using the gradual release of responsibility model, which involves providing scaffolded instruction and varying levels of support as students become familiar with strategies or content to increase student ownership and independent learning. Key elements of this model include having focus lessons, providing guided instruction, collaborative learning, and then finally independent learning.